everybody, and my name is Sheila, and welcome to English Country again. An English book to read today, some new book and new stories. More than meets the eye. Selling art with all five senses. And you can start it for at 3 pages, and the end of reading at 20 pages, I think, okay? And now, one more time to reading about it. It's a Marvin Redpost A Magic crystal story. And we're going to start it for at page 32. And the end of reading at chapter 5, okay? And now, are the for these 2 book and 2 story and meet some lots of characters. And now, if you like my YouTube, please thumbs up my YouTube first. And now, are you ready for these 2 book and 2 stories? Now here we go. And first you can read More Than Meets the Eye. Selling art with all 5 senses. I've ever been to an art museum or an art show at your school. You know how much fun it is to look at paintings, but have you ever tasted a painting? Oh, when you taste a painting, it tastes like a yucky kind of thing. And it tastes like nothing, I think. But I never eaten the paints. Bite an apple, drink some milk, and slip a cup of tea. Wow, eat a piece of the frozen cake and a lobster from the sea. Oh, now that you tasted your artistic taste birds, you see what you can hear when you listen to painting. Cannons boom, cannons boom, and finger clunk, and lava makes a splash, and paddles struck 2 rubber balls, dancing falls clash. Okay, if you tasted some paintings and listened to some paintings, are you afraid to smell of you? Oh, what kind of smell do we smell? Stinky pig, ew. A fragrant flowers. Oh, it might be very, very smelly, but very beautiful smell. And baby's breathe so sweet. And hold a hand and stroke an arm's coat. And catch the wind or find out that feels like a float. Of course, enjoying art starts with looking. Here at some paintings, there's a plan fun to look at. Count the pictures. Oh, there's so many pictures. Do you see it? But how can we count this all? And found a school and see one make art trick. And a view of circle makes girls, or let our eyes be tricked. Oh, wow, it's a silly one. Oh, now the end of reading this More Than Meets the Eye already. Selling art with all 5 senses. And now tomorrow we read a new book and new stories, okay? And now Marvin Redpost A Magic crystal. They watched at the door. Marvin nodded and said good to himself every time someone entered the room, and Candy coughed. And Casey glared at him, and Candy coughed them. And Casey went over to the desk. Are you sick? She said. No, I don't think so, said Candy. Then quiet coughing, Candy demanded, and Candy didn't cough after that. Oh, I thought Candy is girl, but Candy is a boy. And Casey returned to her seat. Tig is not sick, she told to Marvin. And Marvin wasn't worried about Kenny. He was worried about Gina and Clarence. Both their seats were empty, and a second bell rang. Marvin glanced at Casey. She was frowning. The principal voice came up to the PA system. "Oh yeah," Marvin said to the crystal. "So, in Mrs. North class, everybody comes into Mrs. North class today, but there's Clarence and Gina's desk is empty, so that means Gina and Clarence are not coming and sick or going to trip." And everyone stood for a plate of old allergies. And Gina entered the classroom right after the plate. "I'm sorry I'm late, Mrs. North," she said. "I didn't think I had to go on school today." "Oh," said Mrs. North. "And why was that, Gina?" "I was sick last night, really. I threw up twice and had fever and everything. I'm just going to lie in the bed and watch cartoons today. But then, when my mom took my temperature this morning, I was all better. It's not fair." "That's too bad," agreed Mrs. North. And a big smile came across Marvin's face. "Did you hear that?" he whispered to Casey. Gina was supposed to be sick today, but Gina is sick yesterday. "Big deal," Casey grumbled. "What about Clarence?" She angrily hit her desk with both feet. "Casey, is something the matter?" said Mrs. North. "Oh, nothing," murmured Casey. "She's still worried about a Clarence," said Marvin. And Mrs. North looked at Marvin oddly. "Casey's worried about a Clarence?" she asked. "Why isn't he here?" said Casey. Now Mrs. North looked oddly at Casey. "Clarence will be fine," she said. "His mother called to school this morning." "Does he have a temperature?" said Casey. Again, Mrs. North looked oddly at Casey, and she obviously had a hard time believing that Casey cared so much about Clarence. "And he stuck a needle toward the jump, and he got infected," explained Mrs. North. "The doctor wants him." "Then he got sick?" improved Casey. "No, he's not sick," said Mrs. North. "Yes!" shouted Casey, and she jumped out of her seat and raised his arms, trumpet, and Marvin smiled too. "I'm sure Clarence will be a prettier Conan," said Mrs. North. "And his thumbs is badly swollen and very sore. He can't even hold a pencil. Perhaps you should make him get a well card and let him know how much you care." "I don't care if some falls off," Casey replied. Just so long as he's not sick." And now chapter 5, 2 wishes. Oh, who had 2 wishes? Marvin or Casey or some lots of children in Mrs. North's class? I don't know. And to maybe screwed it. At chapter 5, 2 wishes. And the end of reading as 42 pages, I think, because it's a very long story. Tomorrow too. And now, did you have fun? Here is English country. Come back these story and these books, but these story and these book will be better for now. So that's means tomorrow we read a new book and new stories, okay? And now, thank you for listening again and again and again. And see you tomorrow right now. And if you didn't thumbs up my YouTube and first time you see my today's YouTube, please thumbs up my YouTube right now. And now really bye for now and see you tomorrow. Bye.